confidence. So one thing we have done is we have included all the state governments and union territories. We have expanded the scope pan-India, not only Delhi and NCR, because there are petitions filed here also from other states, and in other high courts also matters are pending. So apart from adding everyone and issuing notice to the respective secretaries of Department of Animal Husbandry and local bodies, we have also directed the Secretary General to get details from all the high courts regarding similar pending matters, and all those matters to be transferred to this court, so that a final national policy or decision is taken with regard to these problems. And after considering the submissions made on the last date and seeing the directions given in the previous order, we have suggested some modifications which we'll read out. We therefore feel that a holistic approach requires modification of the directions issued by the order dated 11th August 25. Accordingly, the directions issued by the two-judge bench of this court are supplemented, modified and clarified in the terms indicated below. Municipal authorities shall continue to comply with the directions contained in para 12.1 and 12.2 of the subject order. The directions contained in paragraph 12.3 and 12.4, to the extent that they prohibit the release of the picked up stray, shall be kept in abeyance for the time being. The dogs that are picked up shall be sterilized, dewormed, vaccinated and released back to the same area from which they were picked up. It is, however, clarified that this relocation shall not apply to the dogs infected with rabies or suspected to be infected with rabies, and those that display aggressive behavior. Such dogs shall be sterilized and immunized, but under no circumstances should they be released back into the street. Furthermore, as far as possible, such stray dogs shall be kept in a separate pound shelter after sterilization and immunization. The directions contained in paragraph 12.5 shall remain subject to the directions given by us in paragraphs A and B. Municipal authorities shall forthwith commence an exercise for creating dedicated feeding spaces for the stray dogs in each municipal ward. The feeding area shall be created and identified, keeping in view the population and concentration of stray dogs in the particular municipal ward. Gantries, notice boards shall be placed near such designated feeding areas, mentioning that stray dogs shall only be fed in such areas. Under no condition shall the feeding of stray dogs on the streets be permitted. The persons found feeding the dogs on the streets in contravention of the above directions shall be liable to be proceeded with against under the relevant legal framework. The aforesaid directions are being issued in view of the reports regarding untoward incidents caused by unregulated feeding of stray dogs, and to ensure that the practice of feeding dogs on roads and in public places is eliminated, as the said practice creates great difficulties for the common man walking on the streets. Each municipal authority shall create a dedicated helpline number for reporting incidents of violation of the above directions. On such a report being received, appropriate measures shall be taken against the individuals and NGOs concerned. The direction given in para 13 of the order dated 11th August 25 is reiterated with a slight modification that no individual or organization shall cause any hindrance or obstruction in the effective implementation of the directions given above. In case any public servant acting in compliance with the aforesaid directions is obstructed, then the violators shall be liable to face prosecution for obstructing the public servant acting in discharge of official duty. Each individual dog lover and each NGO that has approached this court shall deposit a sum of rupees 25,000 and rupees 2 lakhs respectively with the registry of this court within a period of 7 days, failing which they shall not be allowed to appear in the matter any further. The amounts so deposited shall be utilized in the creation of the infrastructure and facilities for the stray dogs under the aegis of the respective municipal bodies. The desirous animal lovers shall be free to move the application to the concerned municipal body for adoption of the street dogs, upon which the identified selected street dogs shall be tagged and given in adoption to the applicant. It shall be the responsibility of the applicants to ensure that the adopted stray dogs do not return to the streets. The municipal authority shall file an affidavit of compliance with complete statistics of resources, namely dog pounds, veterinarians, dog catching personnel, specially modified vehicles, cages, available as on date for the purpose of compliance of the ABC rules. Since the application of the ABC rules is uniform all over the country, and the same issues which have been taken up in the suo motu writ petition have either cropped up or are likely to exist in every state, we propose to expand the scope of this matter beyond the confines of New Delhi and the NCR region. For this purpose, we hereby direct the implement of all the states and union territories in this matter through the secretaries concerned of the Animal Husbandry Department, secretaries of the local bodies, municipal corporation, municipal councils, municipalities, etc., and the administration of the union territories, so as to seek information from each authority regarding the steps being taken for compliance of the ABC rules in their respective jurisdictions. We are also informed that numerous writ petitions, suo motu petitions are pending in various high courts, more or less dealing with common issues. Hence, the registry shall seek information about such pending writ petitions from the registrars general of all high courts, and thereafter these writ petitions shall stand transferred to this court for analogous consideration along with the main matter. List the matter after 8 weeks for further directions and for receiving the compliance report.